Welcome to the 11th Annual SciTS Conference. As you know, we were really hoping to be hosting you in person here at Duke University, but of course, we're all living through a series of curveballs. And we're so glad you're able to join us with our new adaptive, resilient format. I've personally been so thrilled to have the opportunity for Duke to host this conference as a team science practitioner that came to this community from working in nanoscience integration, invited by my anthropologist colleague. From the beginning, it's been a boundary-spanning adventure, and like so many people, I immediately appreciated the rich intersection of professionals that are dedicated to solving complex problems in teams of scholars. What's special to me about the SciTS community and the Insights organization is that while many groups deal with some of these issues, teams, groups, boundary spanning, and interdisciplinarity, this place feels like a unique intersection of people who are studying, practicing, teaching, evaluating, funding, and institutionally supporting all types of team science, and often doing a mixture of these activities. The specialness of this fuzzy intersection is really what we wanted to highlight this year. And it seemed perfect because, if you'll allow me to glow for a minute about my home institution, I've really found Duke to be a very special place that genuinely supports and rewards creative solutions to convergent, boundary-spanning problems. And this goes for both scholarship and teaching, as well as community action. This year, you'll notice our program highlights these multiple dimensions of the field by having a focus on specifically studying, practicing, and teaching team science as our themes that we bucket everything into. And so throughout the week, and hopefully long after SciTS 2020, we are going to be thinking about these kind of intersectional expertise areas and what we all bring to it together. We're thrilled that our incredible lineup of keynote and plenary panel speakers, moderators, panelists, and attendees have all made the leap with us from what we thought was going to be a face-to-face meeting to this unknown quantity. When COVID-19 changed everything for so many of us, we quickly realized the pivot and redesign was going to be a challenge, but we almost just as quickly realized what a great opportunity it was going to be to get creative and work together to kind of show what we're about in the Science of Team Science community. This is an opportunity that we never could have grabbed onto without, and this is pretty on brand, amazing teamwork. A huge thanks goes to my fellow Kristine in this endeavor, Kristine Glauber, and to Ben Miller, and to so many people on the planning community that made this possible. Also, from an institutional support perspective, we are really grateful to Vice Provost for Interdisciplinary Studies at Ballison, to Vice Provost for Research, Larry Karen, and to Ebony Boulware, who directs our Duke CTSI. All of them made this possible for Duke to be the host. All of our other sponsors made this possible for us to make this conference happen. And all of the Insights Board of Directors and community who just put wind in our sails every chance they got are also why we're here. So thank you.
Indeed, it's really been a dream, Kristine. I too was so excited to host the conference and y'all in Durham, North Carolina. I've only been here 3 years, and yet the cultural and historical elements of the city have been a fascinating exploration for me, and I was really looking forward to the opportunity to see it through all of your fresh eyes. And yet, here we find ourselves together, yet separately. And isn't this the perfect group to do this together, separately? The researchers that study how science teams come together across boundaries of all kinds to study complex problems, the practitioners that implement best practices in science teams, and the educators that train researchers at all levels to do this work. There was a moment back in March when we had to take a look in the mirror and we realized we were made for this moment. With this community and the work that y'all have already put in, we could do this. And we need to. Now more than ever, the global community needs team science. This is the moment when all the work on boundary spanning, distributed teams, translational medicine, and implementation science is needed to get us through this pandemic. And every single one of us around the world is doing their best right now. So if there's an intention I'd like to set for this conference, it's to practice patience. We may have technical difficulties. We may be navigating a new technology. Some of us may be calling in the middle of the night. We may be dealing with children or pets in our workplaces, which is also our homes. We may be experiencing COVID in our personal lives, and we may have experienced loss. There are myriad ways, here's my cat. There are myriad ways that this current moment is impacting each of us. Let's apply the lessons we've learned and will learn through this community of boundary spanners to listen, empathize, have compassion, and practice patience.
Okay, so what does this week look like for you? What are the events that we're so excited about bringing to you? Let's talk about those. Our team has been working to plan a variety of elements because, like we mentioned, of course, we're all living different lives than one another in what we were used to before. So we have some elements that are planned that you can dip into when you've got time, on your own time, already loaded up for you to view. And then we have 4 elements each day where they're going to be synchronous activities, and you have the option to join them and participate live real time with the other conference goers. The first batch each day will be workshops, which you will have already signed up for. The second batch each day are the plenaries, which everybody at the conference comes to, and those will be interactive discussions with leaders in our field, and you will have chances to participate in those too. The third element will be coffee chats, which you can kind of propose your own or join somebody else's on the fly, much in the same way you would in a real face-to-face conference. And the final bit is a choose your own adventure breakout session element, which we're hoping we will be able to get creative here and have this sort of question and answer feel, interactions around the scholarship and the content of this community that's getting together this week. And then in the end, we also have a few elements of fun, a bingo card and other stuff you can do here and there to try and just lighten it up, stay present, and remember that we're here to have fun together.
First, check out insights.org, INSCITS.org. There you will find our live program schedule at a glance with links to add events to your personal calendar to keep you on track with all the conference events. These will contain the links you need to call in to each of the events that you will want to attend. Also on our website right now, you will find over 100 pre-recorded lightning talks that were submitted as part of our open call for abstracts in late 2019. We are so excited that we were able to retain this portion of the conference in the transition to our virtual event. These videos will be available to all conference goers through this week and all of the next week. After June 12th, the videos will be available only to members of Insights. If you're interested in learning more about membership to this professional organization, please visit insights.org and check out the quick link button, Membership. Another important element of any conference is the organic discussion and networking opportunities that happen between talks. In our virtual conference redesign, we've created opportunities for daily conversations, which are designed to mimic the kind of hallway or at the coffee carafe chats. On our website, you will find a link that will be available to all conference goers, where anyone can suggest a topic on the fly, pop in a link to your personal Zoom room, WebEx room, Microsoft Teams room, or any other video conferencing tool and share it with other conference goers. I mentioned that there were 2 ways to stay in touch with the conference elements. We'll also be sending out a daily email to all conference attendees each morning containing all of the day's activities and their associated links. So the main takeaway, go to insights.org and check out our landing page, and keep an eye out each morning for your daily email from the conference planning team to keep you up to date with all the conference happenings.
Well, there you have it. You've heard what we planned for this week, and now we're really just excited to see what all of you bring so that we can make this fun experiment work together. With the melting away of previous expectations and some of the previous possibilities for this face-to-face conference, there were losses, but really we're excited for these new permissions for creativity, new opportunities to try new things and to lean into the best of ourselves and each other. So have fun.
Indeed, onward and upward and into the cloud.